Good evening, Rabotai. We're discussing the laws related to the meal. And another very important part of the meal is the mitzvah Mayim Achronim. The Gemara says Achronim Kuf'ei tells us that Mayim Rishonim mitzvah. First water is to wash before bread. It's a mitzvah. Mayim Achronim chova. But washing the hands before Birkat Hamazon is an obligation. So if a person is meticulous to do nitlat yadayim for bread, he has to be even more careful with the Mayim Achronim, with the water is before he does Birkat Hamazon. What is the reason for that? It's a higher level than nitlat yadayim. It's a chova, it's an obligation, and then nitlat yadayim is just a mitzvah. So Rashi says, as the Gemara says, it's because of melach sdomit. It is because of the sodomite salt, and the Rashi says it's a danger that a person might put it in his eye, and he will come blind. Chaz v'shalom. The Tosafot right away in Masechet Chulin, Masechet Eruvin argues and says no. We don't have sodomite salt today, we don't have melach sdomit today, so therefore we don't have to do Mayim Achronim. Interestingly, that's what the Darkei Moshe writes as the Minhag of Ashkenaz, is not to do Mayim Achronim, not during the week, not during Shabbat. It's not their custom. However, the Rambam in Perek Vav in Chot Brachot, he says not just melach sdomit. There's other types of salt also that could blind the person's eye. So even if you don't have melach sdomit in your area, maybe there's another salt that is going to make that problem, and therefore you should always do Mayim Achronim. So therefore, a person should even do Mayim Achronim, even though the Tosafot says we don't have melach sdomit today. Also, more than this, according to Kabbalah, the Arizal says that a person has to give a little bit of the water from the meal to give it to the klipa, to the sitra achra. That way, you shouldn't prosecute a person, as when a person enjoys from his parnasah, there's din in the shamayim. There's prosecuting angels say, Chaz v'shalom, he should choke, Chaz v'shalom, he doesn't deserve this. So therefore, if you give him a little bit of the water to the klipa, to the sitra achra, so therefore, you will go and be appeased the angels, you will be able to not get prosecuted. So therefore, even if there's no melach sdomit, according to Kabbalah, it's important to do Mayim Achronim. Nonetheless, the Gemara Masechet Brachot, Daf Nun Gimel, says, he quotes the pasuk, V'kedishtem v'itim kedushim. What's kedishtem? You should go and sanctify yourselves. This is nitlat yadayim for the bread. And you will be holy. This is the Mayim Achronim. When a person washes before he eats a meal, and he washes before he does Birkat Hamazon, he remembers that this meal is not stam just a borei prishkan. The meal is to get strength to do Avodat Hashem. I'm doing a holy mitzvah. Eating is also a mitzvah. So the washing sanctifies us also. So therefore there's another reason to do Mayim Achronim. The Rif quotes from the Gemara Masechet Yuma Daf Pegimal, where it says there was a story where somebody died because they didn't do Mayim Achronim. We've said this story many times, where there was a Reb Meir and his friends, they came to a hotel, and they wanted to go and give deposit their items for safekeeping, and then afterwards they asked for it back, and the hotel owner said, who, what, where, you never gave me anything, I don't know what you're talking about. And they saw that he had lentils in his mustache, and because they sent a messenger to his wife to give them the items back, and they said the siman that he sent us is this, that he has lentils in his mustache, he had lentils today, so therefore she gave it back, he got very upset, and he killed his wife. But ended up being, if he would have done Mayim Achronim, and washed his hands and his mouth, to say Birkat Hamazon, he wouldn't have killed his wife. So you see, Mayim Achronim may end up somebody dying. So therefore, the Shulchan Aruch writes in Zman Kuf Pei Aleph, a person must do Mayim Achronim, both men and women are obligated Mayim Achronim, but the Ashkenazim have the Ramah, and the Shulchan Aruch quotes this opinion also, that they don't do Mayim Achronim. Tosafot says you don't have to do Mayim Achronim, but we don't follow like this, especially because of the rulings of the Arizal. There's a nice mashal we said over Shabbat. We want to say again, there was a person who liked to hoard things. He liked to collect a lot of things. So he found in the street one day a shkaf, and he wanted to take it to his house. So he tried to carry it all the way to his house. When he got to the door, it didn't fit. He's trying to go into the house. Boom, boom, boom. He keeps hitting the door. It doesn't fit in the door. So his wife is telling him, listen, put it down, come inside the house, and then we'll bring the shkaf in. He says, no, Wotak, I want to hold it and go inside also at the same time. So listen, it's not going to work. He keeps going boom, boom, boom. So therefore, Galinsky says, the mashal is, sometimes we have yetzara, we have certain desires, certain ta'avot that we hold on to. And we want to come to Bet Midrash, we want to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the house of Hashem, to come to do teshuvah. And sometimes it doesn't fit, doesn't go together. Boom, 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 we don't fit in the door. And we tell you, fool, leave your ta'avot, leave your yetzara, do teshuvah, and you'll be able to go through the door. And the guy says, no, Wotak, I want like this. I want with my yetzara, with my ta'avot, with my desires to go inside the house of Hashem. Okay, so you're not going to fit. You're going to keep hitting the wall. and therefore we shouldn't be like this Meshugana. We should go and be Zochet to overcome our Yetzirah, leave our Yetzirah, and be able to come to the house of Hashem.